gets access to this. Let me tell you what this app can do. And I love this thing. We've been working on this probably for about 6 months, 7 months. Here's one of the features. One of the features is, first of all, the app is free. You'll be able to get access to the app when you go to the page. I'm going to show you how to get to it. You go to the realdealmeetupgroup.com. Just go to therealdealmeetup.com and scroll down to the left side of the page. And you'll see this little icon that says the Real Deal Meetup mobile app. When you click on that, you're going to get to this page that I'm going to show you. All you have to do, you want access to it, just go down to the bottom and just put your name and information in here. Just put your name in there and just say, give me access to the Real Deal app, or I want access to the Real Deal app. We're going to send you the link. Right now, the app is only for iPhones and Androids. So if you got an Android operating system on your phone, or you have an iPhone, the app is for that right now. Let's put it like this. If you have an iPhone device, iPad, iPhone, whatever, an Apple device, you can use it. Or an Android operating system on your smartphone, you can use it. The features of the app. One of the features is something that's called property fence. And this is how property fence works. Property fence, once you put your property in the actual app, anytime somebody drives in the neighborhood of your property, a pop-up will come up on their phone and says, you got a deal at 302 Main Street, you may want to take a look at it. So when they drive within a quarter mile of your property,
You mean anybody?
anyone that downloads this app, that gets access to this app will be all over the internet. You guys are getting access to it right now. But we're going to be marketing it like crazy over the next 2 weeks. You guys are getting early notification. We're going to make this app available to everybody. So anyone that has this app on their phone, when they drive by your property in the neighborhood, a push notification will pop up on their phone telling them about your property.
I actually saw that happen when I came up here to the Real Deal. Actually, a push notification came on about the Real Deal. Hey, you're with the rank, your Real Deal.
So that's one of the features. Now, the other feature is that you can put your property on the app, post it, and it will go to 40 different internet sites all on the internet.
Wow.
Like Zulu, like Trulia, I think it's, what's the one for the military? The military database site, and it's a bunch of them, but it's 40 different sites that you can put your property up there and it will go to those different sites. Then it'll also tell you about the Real Deal meetings. You'll get notifications about the Real Deal meetings, and you'll get all kinds of stuff. So like I said, just go to therealdealmeetup.com, click on that app icon I showed you guys, go to this page, and just type in, I want access to the app. And I will send it to you guys by way of your email, where you can download either version of it. The iPhone version, Apple version, or the Android version. And right now, it will be 100% free. If you guys want us to put your property on there for the property fence feature, you just send us your property, and we'll put it in the system for you. So you don't even have to do that. All you need to do is download the app and start using it. No other real estate investment club anywhere in this region has given you guys this kind of stuff. That's the first thing. Any questions about the app? Right now, it's Maryland. Well, actually, it will work anywhere. Yeah, it will work anywhere. As long as you have the app, it works for anybody that has the app.
And as long as that property is loaded into the system.
Correct.
So we just have to add a comment to this.
Yes. Just say, Charles, I want to get the app, or send me the app, or Here's an email address you can use to send me the app, or if you don't give us an email address on the page, we'll just put it in your Facebook messages and just give you the app, the access to your Facebook messages.
What if I like to bring that to my area? I'm from Manhattan. I get a chance to tell everybody. What if I want to bring that to Hampton? How do I?
Doesn't matter where it's at, as long as you bring it to somewhere where somebody has the actual app on their phone. So if you used to put it in there on some bulletin board on Hampton and say, hey, download this real estate app to get my good deal. When they download it, they'll have access to it.
Let me add one other thing. This app is on the marketplace. So it's not just local. This is an app that's designed to be downloaded nationally.
Yeah, right now it's in the Apple Store. App Store. It's in the Apple App Store. It's in the Android App Store right now.
So if you go
But I'm going to send you the direct link so you don't have to search for it. But it's already in the Apple App Store and it's already in the Android App Store.
So for everyone, we have the old website. And have you embed a link to that app to their website?
I'm going to send you the link and you can do whatever you want.
Oh, we can?
You can put that link on your website with a button that says download this app, whatever you want. Okay. No problem.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
That's the first thing we're going to talk about. The next thing is the real deal Meetup Big Fat Contest. And this thing's going on for 2 months now?
Yeah.
Now, let me go up here and show you guys, first of all, what this is all about. A couple of months ago, Kenneth and I said, Charles. Kenneth said, Charles. I said, Kenneth. What'd you say? we have a problem remembering each other's names. But anyway, we said, why can't we do, I mean, we got all these things that these investors are to really show the people how this club is really the club to be a part of. We got over 1,400 members right now. We got over 100 and something, reviews that you would not believe. The inspiration and the growth of this club is just unbelievable. And it's all because of you guys. Trust me when I say that. One of the things we're doing with the expansion of the club is we're going to be having webinars each month from different key people in the industry talking about real estate investment, marketing, and so on. And of course, those will be free as well. So we got a lot of things we're bringing into the club. But one of the things we said, well, let's do something different. Let's have a contest where the members can talk about the real deal. We're trying to bring in more people to this actual real deal. And that's how the Real Deal Meetup Big Fat Contest came about. Here are the prizes that we're giving away today. First place prize. Kenneth and I are part of some real big mastermind groups. I'm a part of one that's in Florida. Kenneth is on DC. And I'm talking about national people that's really in the industry of internet marketing, real estate investing, and so on. And we said, well, there's not that many mastermind groups here in Berlin. So we decided to have a mastermind event where for one whole day, we're going to take, was it 15? 10 of you guys, the winners, and have a mastermind meeting for 2 days in this exclusive hotel. And all it's going to be about is helping you grow your business. All expenses paid. You'll be coming there. You'll be meeting our team members, people that have helped us be successful, and they're going to walk you through what your issues you're having for your success. So the meeting will be set up where each person will have a time to get up and say, here's my issues, here's my problems, how can you help me solve them? And then Kenneth, I, and our team will put together a plan to help you be successful. That's the first place prize. We've got 10 winners who's going to win that today. Second place prize is a real estate kit of courses that Kenneth has put together through his mentoring and stuff on assisted living and real estate success. Also include tenant placement. It also include some strategies for cash flow, profit strategies, and so on. This is one of Kenneth's courses. That's the second place prize. We're going to have actually 3 winners of that. Third place prize, I like this, what we call our Real Deal Survival Kit. It's a backpack full of digital camera, real estate analyzing calculator, your real estate track phone, chocolate, and what else was it? Oh, and real estate analyzing software. And we got 5 winners for that. One of the prizes I wanted to put in here, but Kenneth said no, it's going to be your, for all the Baltimore investors, it will be your real estate gun. But Kenneth said, no, Charles, taking it a little bit too far, so we get away with the real estate gun.
And he wanted to put, it came with somebody else's fingerprint. So he gave you this.
So, so we had to not put that one here. Now, the 4th place prize is this MP3 player, preloaded with some of our best ebooks on audio. We got the 4-Hour Work Week. We got Think and Grow Rich. We got Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and Who Moved My Cheese. All audio versions already preloaded on it. And last but not least, we got 10 winners will receive Real Deal Meetup. So, we're going to have the drawing right now. And like I said, all you guys have had a chance. And here's the thing about this drawing. We don't choose it. The computer picks the winners. So there's no favoritism here. There's none of that stuff. And the way it works, the more you talked about the real deal, the more points you earned. Each point is considered a raffle ticket. So if you got 3,000 points, you got 3,000 raffle tickets. If you got 40 points, you got 40 raffle tickets. And that's how it's set up.
So 1 point,
Now, if you're not here, you're still eligible to win. So it's not just for being here. Now, I'm ending the contest right now. I'm sorry, guys. I had to end it. Just give me a minute.
While Charles is doing that,
Thank you,
so what do you think about the meeting so far?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, great. So, what I want to ask next is, have anybody experienced anything, any lessons that they've learned so far in the past week or so regarding real estate that they want to share with everyone? Yes.
Hi, my name is Goldie. I've been into this now for probably about 3 weeks. And I've really been doing my homework. I've been YouTube, the meetings, Facebook, all the information I can soak in, I've been soaking in. Bigger Pockets, love Bigger Pockets. Any question I have to ask, they will answer it. So I decided, okay, well, I'm going to do a contract on my own. And I did. And I sent the investor over yesterday, and I put the house under contract for 35. And she came back at me with 15. I was like, she must be crazy. Something right. But my numbers, I'm still learning the numbers.
Right.
It was the repairs.
Okay. Repair cost.
So I had to really learn how to do that.
You got exit clause in your contract?
Exit clause.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that we'll find a lot in this business is the numbers. And that, but they're basically just come from putting time in. Certain things, I use the analogy of a cake. A cake says, you know, you mix the flour, the water, the ingredients, and so forth, leave it at 350 for 60 minutes, right? If you turn it to 700, can you cook in 30 minutes? No, it just takes an hour. There's nothing you can do, but it takes an hour. You can't rush it, right? So certain things, it takes a process, it takes time. And one of the things that you can do is what I need to talk about, which is called borrowed intelligence. And borrowed intelligence basically means you use somebody else's smarts. Somebody else, while you're getting your speed up at these numbers, somebody else who's really good at these numbers, you can say, hey, can you analyze this here for me? Now, one thing I've done in real estate to help me with this whole process And basically what I've done is I broke things down into steps, the process. This way here can help you out. So, start by building teams. When you're building teams, let's say, for example, your hardest part is the numbers, okay? What you can do is this is an example. Every deal I bring to this individual, who does the numbers, this is what they do. Every deal we close, you get 10% of whatever we make. That's a small price to pay to be accurate with the numbers. So the person understands when they go into this right here, you'll both have something to gain. That's what they know, that's what they do, they get 10%. You need them, so you want them to do this, you'd be glad to pay them 10%. While you're learning to become more proficient with the numbers, it's not a small price to pay, because you're only paying on what you make. Right? So that's how, when I was starting my business and I was growing, I used borrowed intelligence. Basically, I'm just one person, I can only do this for here really well. So what else I do, like I like to call negotiate. I love that right there, that's my field. But other things when it comes to analyzing, I say you analyze here for a certain percentage. But I found in real estate, this tech, some may do things like really books-wise, really well. They may like to sit behind and analyze deals. And some may like to go out in front and call negotiate. What I do is figure out what are my strengths and I like to partner with somebody else whose strengths are my weaknesses. That way you create a formidable team. That's what you can do in business. You kind of partner with somebody that's going to complement you. If you get two people who both the same strengths and they're the same, you just really reinforce your weakness.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. That's what oh, yes.
She said something about bigger pockets. Was there a website or something?
Yes. If you do a search or just go to biggerpockets.com, there's a lot of great resources, a lot of great information. So,
Thank you. And any answers to any question you have.
Yep.
Good.
now, who phone is it? Okay, now we're going to draw the first place prize, which was the Real Deal Meetup Mastermind Group.
Well, can I ask a question? Where were these directions about?
All on the board. I'll tell you exactly where it is at. It's actually on the actual page. It's all on there.
And before you register, it shows everything.
You win all the points, how you get all the points, and all that good stuff. Now, I just want to show where it's at. Right here. How to earn points. Right, this big as day right here. And at the bottom, it tells you all the rules. But let me go ahead and draw this. The winners of the mastermind group is, let's see, Lamar Martin. He's one of the winners. He's not here?
How many points do you have?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. And we're going to have all these up on the website. So you're going to see all 10 winners on the website. But Ramar Martin and Bill Ames are two of the winners. I know Bill is here. The second place prize winners.
It's going to be 10.
It's going to be 10. Yeah, but we're not going to call all 10.
Oh,
Let's go to the
Go to the site.
Let's go to the site. Second place prize winners, which is the course, real estate course. The two winners that we're going to say today will be Thomas. Rives. And Aaron Lee. Shanklin.
Ryan Shanklin. All right.
Oh, there's only 3, that's right, I'm sorry. Now, we're going to also do this. Those second prize winners, we're going to let them come to the mastermind meeting as well. So it would actually be a total of 13. I'm going to go ahead and just pull out the rest of the ones for the mastermind. Justin, was Moultrie?
Yeah.
Anthony Crawford. Diane Russell.
So you don't need to be present to win it?
No. No. Kenya Johnson.
Can you win in more than one position?
No. He wouldn't win one? No. It's going to be fair for everybody. This person I got to look up because it's just got their email address. Kristen? Sandra? That was all 10 winners there. Now, the third place winner, which is my favorite. Like I said, I love these backpacks. Everson Travers. He's not here. I know he is. Tom Black. He's not here.
You might want to give it to him. He told me to pick it up.
Al, I think it's Al Morrell. Morrell.
There you go.
Energy drink. Chocolate. There you go. Thank you. Good. Jerome Saunders. There you go. This guy, he comes all the way from Philadelphia.
There you go. Get your little kid, baby.
I gave you some extra chocolate so you can take a long trip.
Pennsylvania, right?
Come from Pennsylvania.
Every month.
Last but not least, on the third place winners is Abdul. Okay, now we're going to do the fourth place prize winner, which is the MP3 player with the preloaded audios. 5 of those. Ryan White.
You get win, you know. Get win. Yeah, you
Mark
get
Donaldson. More. Nakia White. Nakia White.
Oh, wow.
All that. And last but not least, Deshaun Davis. None of the before players are here. Winners are here. Next are the actual t-shirts. Esther Hans. That's large. We got large.
Always make that.
Jeffrey Grove. Jeffrey Grove.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, cool. Right.
Hilson. Here we go. You just out of the day, right? I know it. I know it.
Don't tell him that. You gonna get me over there upset. He signed it by accident. Don't say that.
Rich Mo. That's a nice name, Rich Mo.
That's a rich mo right there.
Ted Campbell. Patty Ricardo. I know it too.
Miss Hampton, I
Roy
was.
Hampton. I knew she was going to win.
She had it. We would have been in trouble. She didn't win. Somebody would get hurt.
Cindy Guy. Daryl Jacobs. This is a long one.
Searching.
There's a
It's
website.
a computer program.
7, 8, 9. It's got 9. There's one more.
Yeah, there you go. Tell them that's what it is, right?
No use of file.
Give it to me. No use of fountain.
Okay. Now, last but not least, I want to give you guys the last part of the meeting. I want to show you a case study of an actual deal that we did last week. Actually, it was we sold a house, 2 houses in 24 hours. And I'm going to show you that case study of how we actually did it. I'm going to take you step by step through that process so that you guys can implement, or if you choose to, implement this as part of something marketing-wise you need. These are only finances. Yeah. This is a client of mine we have in Houston. And he called me up last Monday and he said, I got a guy who works at the courthouse. And he's able to get me deals that are foreclosure deals, where there's a possibility where we could get these deals and do financing. How much would your company charge when you do marketing to get these, to sell these properties? So the businessman that I am, I said, well, it depends on the actual deal. We could do a profit sharing type of deal, where we won't charge you anything for marketing. We'll just charge you for, if we sell the deal, we'll charge you a fee. He said, that works. So our fee on there was $2,500 per deal that we sold. He made $10,000. So he had no problem paying the $2,500. What we did was we created a marketing campaign, and this is the way we set this up. We received that phone call. We set up what's called a call tracking number, which I already told you guys about. We set up a call tracking number. But we put that call tracking number on the Craigslist post that we created. So this was a campaign that we did in Craigslist, marketing properties that he had for sale, owner financing. To show you exactly what it looks like. This is the actual post. And we created this using PowerPoint. And we made an image. So people in Craigslist actually saw this post. And it told them about the actual property. And it told them where to call. We have two main call to actions. One main point on this case study. Always have at least two different call to actions. What are your call to actions? Telephone number or email or email account or website address. At least two of them on your posters. And that's what we did. You notice, telephone number's on there 3 times. Because that's the #1 way we wanted them to contact us. Because we wanted to track them. That's an actual tracking telephone number. So we created an actual post out of a PowerPoint slide, and we posted it in Craigslist, telling people about the deal. Now, going back to the slide. We set up what's called Craigslist ad tracking. That's another secret sauce I'm going to tell you guys about. If you go to Craigslist ad tracking, I think it's .com. I'm going to go there right now. It's Craigslist ad tracking. I use this when I do postings all over the internet. And what this allows you to do is actually track how many people looks at your post on Craigslist. And then how many people go from your post to your website. So I'm able to see in the 24 hours that we did this campaign was going on the 23rd. That's when we did the campaign, on the 23rd. We had over 308 people see that post, those posts. 308 on that one day. 4 different posts. So we created an ad tracker for each one of the posts. We put them on their Craigslist. We put them on there with the Craigslist ad tracking. We had over 308 views. And we had, I think it was somewhere around 20 calls from those 308 views, and over 200 and something people went to the website. So it accomplished a couple of things. One, people going to the website to see what other deals you have. 2, people calling you. So if you ran out of properties, which is what they did, they only had 2. Now you got another list of people who you could sell deals to, because they called you, they still want deals, but you already sold the 2 that you had. Not only that, but you're able to track this whole process. Now, the other part of this process that we did in this actual case study was the fact that we posted 41 ads on Craigslist during that whole 24-hour period. So the amount of ads was 41 in this one section of Craigslist throughout the whole 24 hours. And we came up with that number of 41 based on the amount of ads that that area had. That area averages around 200 and something ads a day. So we knew 41, one ad every couple hours, would not throw any red flags. The key to being successful on Craigslist postings is always have your post at the top. The only way you can do that is to keep on posting ads. The only problem is Craigslist only allow you to post 1 ad a day. So how do you post 41 ads? You can have 41 different emails.
In other areas, the ad
I'm talking about one area.
Oh, no.
This was in Houston.
From one computer.
You change
one computer.
And my friend, she and I can do 3 a day off of one day.
Okay, that's 3 a day.
Now, how do you do this?
Can you do 41 a day?
No, that's what I'm
Okay. The secret to doing 41 ads. Now remember, the key is making sure that you're in an area that can support doing the amount of ads you're going to do. If you want a section of Craigslist and there's only 100 ads a day, if you do 41 ads, what's going to happen? They're going to notice that 41 of those 100 ads are your ads. So you got to make sure you create you got to have the actual.
What's the percentage?
Normally, 2 every hour, depending on 1 per 100. I'm going to show you. I'm going to tell you how we did it. I can't believe you guys don't know how we did this. Now here's the thing with Craigslist. When you use different email addresses, the problem is you're still using the same IP address. So eventually, Craigslist is going to see there's the same post. Because its IP address is what's called Internet Protocol. It's the actual address that each computer has based on your internet provider where you're at. Oh, absolutely. I'll give you an example. Let me show you how good this ad tracking software is. You see these? These are all IP addresses. The software actually tells you their IP address where they're clicking from. Each computer has an IP address. So the software actually told me that this person came from Houston. Because the IP address is their fingerprint. Now, going back to how do you do 41 ads a day. You guys really want to know this?
Yeah.
We don't have enough time to get no. Okay. Here it is. Okay. 2 parts. I'm going to go real quick into this. First part is you create the post in Craigslist. I'm sorry, you create the post on your computer. Let me go to my actual, show you exactly where, here's the actual ad we did. You create it using PowerPoint. You guys just, this is just a PowerPoint slide. I don't have to tell you how to do that, right? This is just a PowerPoint slide. You just put an image there, you just put your copy there, put a little arrow, your little text, and you got a PowerPoint slide. Now, once you have a slide, you can use a piece of free software called Jing Project. J-I-N-G Project. Do a search on Google for Jing Project. It'll be the first thing on it. Once you do that search, this is what it looks like when it's on your computer. I actually have it on this computer right here. It's that yellow dot right there. And here's what it allows me to do. It allows me, it's free. It allows me to take a capture of that PowerPoint slide and make it into an image. So I'm taking a capture, and I just captured it. It's an image now. Now, I give that image a name. What name do I give it? I don't care. So what I usually do when I give an image a name, I don't need to remember it. This is my system, not yours. I don't need to remember it. Now here's the reason behind this. Craigslist reads posts because of the information on the post. Craigslist reads images because of the name of the image. So, if you have multiple images with different names, Craigslist only knows that as one image. But it could be the same image. Now, that's the first part of the equation. The second part of the equation is you have to change the title. How does Craigslist know you're posting the same thing? your title. The title that you use is a way for them to say this is the same post. Now, once you've done those two things, all you need to do is use the Craigslist ad tracking software that I told you guys about.
Is it free?
No, that's $14. I'm sorry.
Is it a month?
Yeah, $14 a month.
Yeah.
But it's unlimited.
Oh, what is 14?
You can do as many, what's it, just a second. The ad tracking software. Yes, let me show you how. Let me show you how this works. The beauty of this is the fact that what this does, the Craigslist ad tracking system, and let me go into I now will upload that image into my Craigslist system. When I click on that image and go right here to where it says, I think it's this one right here. No, create a tracker, it creates the code to put in Craigslist. And it also makes it so that it can be a clickable image. I could also put the URL, like I told you guys, people clicked from that ad and went to my website. Now, let me show you what it does when I put a code in. I gave the ad name Owner Financing, let's call it Owner Financing Ad 3. And let's say I want to take it to www, anything. I'm just putting that. And then I hit submit. What it's going to do is give me the code to put in Craigslist. And the thing about this is every time you hit submit, it generates a new code. So I can get 44 new ads, 44 different codes with different names for my image, just at a click. You have to change the name of your post. That's how Craigslist does it. Now, one last thing you need. This is the most important piece. It costs $5 a month. It's called Hide My IP. Hide My IP allows you to have IP addresses anywhere around the country. It allows you to actually redo those IP addresses. So you can have multiple IP addresses all coming from in Houston, so that you're able to post anywhere you want. Any questions about this strategy? So what we did, okay, I'm going to get to it. What we did was we posted, like I said, 41 posts. We got 19, I want to say, 19 calls. Let's see. And call fires the one that actually track all the calls. There's another cool tool here, guys. It's called LastPass. LastPass remembers all your passwords, and it automatically puts it in website the actual passwords. LastPass. LASSPASS. So you don't have to ever worry about putting in another password. And it's free. LASSPASS. LastPass.com. So it just logged me in call fire without me having to put in anything. It's free. Now,
How secure?
on the cloud, very secure and encrypted. Here's the actual account. Because I do a lot of call tracking for, like I said, we work with a lot of different investors on marketing and stuff. And this one right here is for We Own the Finance. And that campaign received 20 calls. And we show you the actual calls that came in. Now, the thing about this campaign is, this investor don't answer the phone. They let everything goes to answer machine. I don't recommend that. But that's just the way they do it in Houston, I guess. And these are calls that came in. The actual how long the person left their messages. Like I said, they all left messages for properties on the answer machine. And we got 2 sales out of it. And here's page 2 of the form. Seconds.
Still a long message.
And 24 hours. 41 posts in 24 hours. 20 calls. 2 houses sold. 200 and something people to the website. 300 and something people saw the actual Craigslist post, and so on. Any questions? Call Fire records it. Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Speak up.
Ad tracking system, you said change the image name and title name. What about the email?
There is no email there. I'm not sending a question.
Well, when you post a post to Craigslist, you got to type out the email.
We don't post it with the email. You're talking about saving it. You can post without having to post with an email.
So you're posting without a Craigslist account?
Correct. Next.
My question is about the call fire. How, I mean, when I set that up, is there a place there that it tells me that then I can have it transferred to my, because what I've done is, well, I've purchased a separate business phone line.
Yes.
That is cellular, so that I don't have to be at home to get those messages.
Yes.
So how,
Call Fire has a setting in there that says, where would you like this phone number transferred to? And you put in the telephone number that you want to transfer it to, and it forwards it to that number.
and it can be cell or,
Doesn't matter what it is.
Is there some kind of angry message to let you know that?
Yes. Call Fire has something called a whisper. The whisper tells you as soon as you pick up the phone, Craigslist, bandit signs, internet, website, and so on. You can set up the whisper message to be whatever you want it to be. The shorter the better, because after the whisper, it's the person going to start talking, asking you a question about it. But it actually set up to whatever you want it to say. Next. Any other questions?
Just clarify, the only response you got from a potential customer was a phone call, correct?
The only response, yeah, the only response I asked for was phone call.
Right.
That's only ad, it only has 3 telephone numbers.
Rather, you didn't have a Craigslist ad, they could email the ad, they can only call them.
Well, they could. They could email to, no, you're absolutely correct, yes. Remember, you want to control the actual call to action. That's why I said there's 2 of them, 2 call to actions I usually have on there. Either call me or go to my website. And that's why I put it on there, the phone number 3 times and on the website once. Because I want to instill in their mind, call, call, call.
I know we're out of time. I think this is totally fascinating. Can we spend like 2 minutes on this next month?
For you, B? Of
Yes.
course I can.
Thank you, Charles.
No problem. Any other questions? Going once?